What if I told you that the reason your feet tingle at night, your energy crashes by noon, and your intimacy has quietly faded, has almost nothing to do with your age? And everything to do with 3 specific vitamins that most diabetics are dangerously low in, right now, without even knowing it. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly what's happening inside your body, why your circulation is suffering, why that side of your relationship has gone quiet, and most importantly, what you can actually do about it starting today. And we are going to talk about something most doctors don't bring up in a 10-minute appointment. So if you've been frustrated, if you felt like something is just off, but nobody has given you real answers, this is the video you've been waiting for. Now before we get into those 3 vitamins, and I promise, we are getting there, I want you to understand something that changes everything. When you have diabetes, your blood sugar isn't just a number on a chart. High blood sugar, over time, acts like sandpaper inside your blood vessels. It scratches, inflames, and narrows the very pathways that carry oxygen and nutrients to every single cell in your body. Your heart, your legs, your kidneys, and yes, the tissues responsible for intimacy and sexual function. Poor circulation isn't just about cold hands and feet. It is the root cause of fatigue, nerve pain, slow healing, and the loss of intimacy that so many older adults silently suffer through. And here's what almost nobody tells you: certain vitamins can directly repair and protect those blood vessels, improve blood flow, lower blood sugar, and restore something you may have thought was just gone for good. So let's talk about vitamin number 1, and this one might surprise you. Vitamin B3, also known as niacin. Now, you've probably heard of the B vitamins in general terms, but niacin in particular does something remarkable for people with diabetes. It works on 2 levels at once. First, it directly widens your blood vessels. Doctors call this vasodilation, and it does this so effectively that many people actually feel a warm flushing sensation on their skin when they first take it. That flush, that is blood rushing into areas it hasn't reached properly in years. Think about what that means for circulation in your legs, your feet, and the delicate vascular tissue involved in sexual response. Second, and this is where it gets really interesting, niacin helps manage your cholesterol. For diabetics, bad cholesterol tends to build up inside blood vessels, further narrowing those already compromised pathways. Niacin raises your HDL, that's your good cholesterol, and lowers your triglycerides. Studies have shown that niacin supplementation can increase HDL by anywhere from 15 to 35%. That is significant. That is the kind of change that your cardiologist gets excited about. Now, here's the loop I want you to hold in your mind as we go through all 3 vitamins today. Each one of these works better when combined with the others. So keep listening, because at the end, I'm going to show you how they work as a team. Good food sources of niacin include turkey, chicken breast, tuna, avocado, and peanuts. And if you're considering a supplement, look for the flush-free niacin form. It's gentler on your stomach and your skin, especially for older adults. Always talk to your doctor before starting, because niacin can interact with certain diabetes medications. Now let's move to vitamin number 2, and this one is arguably the most important vitamin for diabetics that almost no one is getting enough of. Vitamin D. I know, you've heard about vitamin D. But I need you to hear this again, because the connection between vitamin D deficiency and diabetes is far deeper than most people realize. Here is what the research actually says. Studies show that up to 70 to 80% of people with type 2 diabetes are deficient in vitamin D, 70 to 80%. That is not a coincidence. Here's why this matters so much for everything we are talking about today. Vitamin D is not just a vitamin, it functions more like a hormone in your body. It regulates insulin sensitivity, which means it directly affects how well your cells respond to insulin and how well your blood sugar is controlled. When your vitamin D is low, your insulin resistance goes up. When your insulin resistance goes up, your blood sugar climbs. And as we established, high blood sugar damages blood vessels. It is a cycle, and vitamin D is one of the keys to breaking it. But the circulation and intimacy connection goes even deeper. Vitamin D plays a direct role in the production of nitric oxide. Now, nitric oxide is a molecule that tells your blood vessels to relax and expand. It is the same mechanism that certain intimacy medications work on. They increase nitric oxide availability. When vitamin D is low, nitric oxide production drops, blood vessels stay constricted, and blood flow to the tissues that need it most is reduced. For men, this affects erectile function. For women, this affects arousal, sensitivity, and comfort. These are real, physiological changes, not psychological ones, and they are directly tied to vitamin D levels. Getting your vitamin D up is one of the most impactful things a diabetic can do. Sunlight is still the best natural source. Even 15 to 20 minutes of morning sun exposure on your arms and face can make a real difference. Food sources include fatty fish like salmon and mackerel, egg yolks, and fortified dairy. But for most older adults, supplementation is necessary. Ask your doctor to check your vitamin D blood level. It's a simple test, and it gives you a real number to work from. Most experts recommend levels between 40 and 60 nanograms per milliliter for optimal function. And here is where those two vitamins we've covered start working together. Both B3 and vitamin D improve blood vessel function. Both reduce inflammation. And inflammation, remember, is what's silently damaging your circulation every single day. Now, vitamin number 3. This one is the unsung hero of the entire conversation. And I've saved it for last because what it does completes the picture. Vitamin E. This powerful fat-soluble antioxidant has been studied for decades specifically in diabetic patients, and the findings are remarkable. Let me walk you through what it actually does. First, vitamin E is a potent anti-inflammatory and antioxidant. In diabetics, oxidative stress, which is essentially internal cellular damage caused by high blood sugar, is dramatically elevated. Vitamin E neutralizes the free radicals that cause this damage. It acts like a shield for your blood vessel walls, protecting the delicate endothelial cells that line every artery and vein in your body. When those cells are protected, blood flows more freely. When blood flows more freely, everything improves: your energy, your leg strength, your nerve sensitivity, and yes, your intimate life. Second, research has shown that vitamin E improves insulin sensitivity. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that vitamin E supplementation significantly reduced markers of insulin resistance in type 2 diabetics. Lower insulin resistance means better blood sugar control, which means less damage to those blood vessels we keep talking about. This is the cycle working in your favor now. Third, and this is what ties everything together beautifully, vitamin E enhances the effects of vitamin D and niacin. These three vitamins are synergistic. Vitamin E protects vitamin D from oxidation, essentially making your vitamin D more effective. And together, all three create an environment in the body where blood vessels are wider, more flexible, better protected, and delivering richer, more oxygenated blood to every tissue, including the ones responsible for intimacy. For vitamin E, excellent food sources include sunflower seeds, almonds, hazelnuts, spinach, and olive oil. Small additions to your daily meals: a handful of almonds as a snack, a drizzle of olive oil on your vegetables, can meaningfully raise your levels over time. Now I want to bring this all together for you, because I know it can feel like a lot of information. Here's the simple picture: diabetes damages your blood vessels through high blood sugar, inflammation, and oxidative stress. Poor blood vessel health reduces circulation throughout your body, including to the nerves and tissues responsible for intimacy and sexual function. Vitamin B3 widens blood vessels and improves cholesterol. Vitamin D improves insulin sensitivity, reduces blood sugar, and supports nitric oxide production. Vitamin E protects blood vessels from oxidative damage and enhances the effectiveness of the other two. Together, they address the problem from 3 different angles. And that is why these 3 specific vitamins, when combined with your medical treatment, regular movement, and a balanced diet lower in processed sugars, can create a real and meaningful change in how you feel, in your energy, in your circulation, in your confidence, and in your relationship. One more thing before you go, please don't try to self-prescribe large doses of any supplement without talking to your doctor or pharmacist first. Especially if you're on blood thinners, blood pressure medication, or insulin, because these vitamins can interact with those medications in ways that need to be monitored. That conversation is worth having. You deserve that level of care. If this video helped you today, please share it with someone you love who is managing diabetes. Hit the like button so more people can find this information. And subscribe if you want to keep getting real, practical health guidance designed specifically for older adults. Your health is not something you've lost. It's something we help you reclaim, one good decision at a time. I'll see you in the next one.